Okay, so in this video, we're just going to run through like some of the real basic stuff, the basic kind of building blocks that we need in order to start making UIs in Unreal. So again, apologies if anyone is like really familiar with Unreal. This is some stuff that you probably know, but we're going to real quickly run through some real basics just to get us up and running. So we're all on the same page for whenever we jump inside the Unreal Engine. So the three kind of main things that we're going to end up using today and next week as well are these. So the first one being a level. I mean, it seems like something that I shouldn't have to explain, but I'll put it in here anyway, just in case. So a level is exactly what it says on the tin. It is kind of a map. Like I traditionally would have called these maps, and that's like a legacy thing left over from using like the Hammer editor and like the Quake editor and on the original Unreal Engine and stuff as well. So sometimes you might find people call them maps as well, but in Unreal they are called levels. So basically what it is it's an empty scene, which at the start has nothing in it. It contains a level blueprint, which you can use for kind of scripting some logic and stuff like that. So anyone's doing mission design, you're probably well familiar with that. As well as that, it is linked to one or other elements on this slide that we'll kind of go into in a second. So basically your level is everything that's it's going to be required for gameplay or interactions from your player. The next thing that we're going to be using today, which is quite important, is the Widget Blueprint. So it's essentially UI in Unreal. So it's a blueprint class that you can make. By default, like some of the existing ones, some of the existing projects on Unreal might have some of these built in already, but generally we're going to end up like making our own for this module. So inside this, it does look fairly similar to the level blueprint and other actor blueprints as well, in that you can script. So inside these elements, obviously it's got like two sides, whereas with a level, the visibility that you see is in the editor. With the widget blueprint, the visibility that you see is in the design view, and we're going to talk through that in the next video anyway. But inside here we can have scripting, we can have variables, we can even do some animation and stuff as well. So we can put a lot of functionality inside these widget blueprints, as well as just putting the appearance of our UI elements in there as well. The last thing that we need to kind of worry about today is a game mode. So game mode is a basic set of rules that are put in place. So every level has to be specified a game mode. If it doesn't have a game mode, it'll just use like a default empty one. And basically what this is it's a little list of stuff that tells a level what the default character is, what the default HUD class is, and stuff like that. So the best way for me to describe this is if you were playing a game and on levels 1 to 4 it was a third person action adventure platformer. The game mode would tell the engine that it needs you to use the third person action adventure platformer character. Levels 5, 6, 7 might be vehicle based levels, and that's where the game mode might then say, by the way, instead of using that third person character that we've been using this whole time, switch and now use the vehicle character instead. So I'll be going into this like in a little bit more detail over the next couple of videos anyway, but these are kind of the three main elements that we're going to be looking at today. So our level is basically exactly what it says in the tin. It's a real stupid one to have to explain. It is our empty kind of scene that we're going to end up building stuff in. So any type of interactions, any assets that we want to put in there, anything that we want the player to interact with, we're going to put in there. Our widget blueprint is our UI elements that we're going to be able to display on screen, but they're also going to contain our scripting and our variables and our animation. And our game mode is just a set of rules that's going to tell our level exactly which elements of Unreal to use.